What is up? Welcome back to Milliken Fishing. I'm very excited today, not because it's 20 degrees outside and the water temperature's dropped about 15 degrees in 3 days. I'm excited because I got this package from 6 Cents Lures. Yeah, that is to me. I blacked it out so you freaking weirdos can't track me down. This unboxing tonight is brought to you by Maker's Mark. Bad day on the water, bad day at work, Maker's Mark. I hope you forget about it. Anyway, let's get down to it. I'm not a big fan of unboxing videos, but I've gotten so many questions about these new 6 Cents lures that have come out the last year, and it's warranted. I mean, there's 20-some new products that come on the market. You know, of course, me not being on top of things, I hit up Casey on Wednesday afternoon for some baits to use this weekend, thinking probably no chance I'll be able to get these by Friday afternoon, Saturday. So these babies roll in Friday afternoon, 2 days after I ordered them on Wednesday afternoon. Super fast shipping. Let's get into it and see what we got. You know, I want to get some baits to use this weekend for our little cold front type deal. They're probably not going to be as active right now, and possibly moved out to deeper winter stuff. That's usually where all my stuff goes. Generally, just ask my wife. Well, let's get down to it. We'll start with the most basic ones. Here it is. Crush 50. I heard from a guy you can catch a fish or two on those. Just an awesome cold water bait. You know, I do prefer when the water's in like the 50s into the 60s, and of course all the way through the summer, and now it's probably going to be down in the 40s, but still a killer bait. Still a bait you can catch fish on if you get a little bit of wind, a little bit of movement in the water, get the fish active a little bit, and you got a lot of bait fish in the area. If they move up to feed, they will eat this bait no matter how cold it is. So I picked up a couple of those. Oh, I shouldn't even be showing you guys this bait. Crush 75. So this is the flat-sided Crush 75 crankbait, 5/8 of an ounce. Honestly, it's my favorite bait in the 6 Cents lineup. It's got all the attributes that are so great about a flat-side crankbait, except it doesn't cast like a piece of bread. It casts great, has a nice subtle knock to it, and right out of the box you can fish these and catch a ton of fish on them. And with being that flat-sided crankbait, real subtle wobbling action, you can catch fish all the way down to the low 40s on this bait. Strongly recommend it for fall fishing. Really recommend it for pre-spawn as well. Awesome bait. Next, man, I probably don't even talk about this one either. Provoke 106X. We'll take this guy out of the box. Nice little Pro Blue color. I believe it's called Ghost Pro Minnow. Translucent bait. This is the 106X. Also comes in a 106DD deep diver. Killer bait for when the water's cold. I don't care if it's fall, spring, winter. I'll be throwing this bait from now all the way up into April, and just a killer. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description below. Did a jerkbait video with this guy last fall. Absolutely a killer bait. Ugh. Now let's get into the baits I'm super excited about. These are all brand new baits that got released here this late summer into the fall. Oh, look at this guy. You know, that's weird. I don't think I've seen that color of the Magnum Squarebill. All these colors are very limited right now, but they're going to be coming out with a bunch more later this winter, all the way into before next spring. So you can have all these colors in your tackle box to be ready for the 2017 season. This big beautiful dude is the new Magnum Squarebill. Much bigger than any Squarebill that's on the market right now. You know, the Mag Squarebill scene has been on fire. Strike King 8.0's caught a lot of fish. The big Lucky Craft, can't remember what that one's called, but that's caught a lot of fish. This guy though only retails at $10.99. Super realistic. Look at that bluegill scheme. This bait's a little bit over 4 inches, and when you think about it, the size of bluegill you think of a good sized bass eating is always in that 3.5 to 5 inch range. They love that side of forage. And when you're throwing a 1.5 or a 2.5 size Squarebill, not even close to the size they're actually eating. And this guy will run 6 to 11 feet. I've already thrown it. I can get it down to about 10, 11, 12 feet even on like 10-pound line. My favorite way to throw it is actually not even on a crankbait rod. I'll throw it on a 7.3 medium heavy rod, and I'll use K9 fluorocarbon, which you guys should check out. Awesome stuff. It's got a little bit more stretch than regular fluorocarbon with some nylon fibers in it. Super pliable, fishable line. Doesn't coil up like fluorocarbon, and when you have that 15, 17, 20 pound line, it has a little bit more give in it, so you can get away with throwing a regular rod. Get out and check these out. Only $10.99 for this. You know, I'm gonna, for a size comparison, here's a 500 DD. They don't catch fish either. A little bit bigger than a 500 DD even. See, I got a 8.0 Strike King, so there's a size difference there. Substantially larger than the 8.0 Squarebill. Super excited to get out, get this bait going when the water gets up in pre-spawn in the 50s all the way up until through summer. I'll be using this guy. Super excited about that one. This is the new Quake Lipless bait, and this is actually the smaller size, 70 size. 70s for 70 millimeters, also comes in an 80 size. And once again with the 6 cents bait, super castable. This one's actually 5/8 of an ounce. The 80 size is 7/8 of an ounce. So you can really let these things fly. The thing that's different about this one than most other lipless baits in the market, it actually has 2 flat sides. So it's got this real narrow point in the middle, which will help rip through grass, but it's got these 2 flatter sides, so it's really gonna have a lot of thump. So I think this bait's gonna have more thump than any other lipless crankbait on the market, which is awesome. You know, those fish that are around that grass are used to feeling that lipless crankbait with a real tight shimmy, which is great in the colder water, but this one's gonna thump and draw them in from a little bit better distance. It's got a really nice knock to it. No, this one's actually $9.99 as well. So for $10, you get an awesome lipless bait. Super excited to try these. I'll use this bait in the fall when the water's down probably below 55 or 50. Hopefully I'll be throwing it tomorrow. I'm going to get on a lake that has a little bit of grass left over in it if I had to guess. Throw this bait all the way through the winter. I'll fish it slower and slower through the winter, but the best time to throw this bait, no doubt, is in the fall when they're moved back in the creeks chasing shad, and in the pre-spawn period in the spring. Awesome, awesome bait. Can't wait to get this bait out in the spring. Oh, good stuff. These 4 beautiful guys are the C15 from the Cloud9 Deep Cranking series. Brand new series of deep cranks unveiled by 6 Cents Lures at ICAST this year. You know, a lot of people are probably saying, oh, don't they already have the 300 DD and the 500 DD and the 250 MD? They do, but this is a brand new deal. First of all, this bait is only an $8.99 crankbait, so this is $9 out of the package. You can fish it. Great looking bait. This one right here is the C15. So this is the one, it's the second smallest. So there's the C10, C15, C20, C25. All 3 of those are available in 2 different colors right now, except for the C20 crankbait, which is not quite in yet. It'll be in December or January. But the difference with these between the 300 and 500 DD is that wide lip. It also has the little cup in it, like you're accustomed to with the Strike King XD series and the Rapala DT series originally. And what that allows for, it gets the bait down a lot quicker into the strike zone. So it's just a much more efficient bait getting down there that quick. You know, the body is also more bulbous than the 300 and 500 DD. Look at the 500 DD. It's like a flat-sided bait. And the bill on it is actually proportionally, the 500 DD is just a giant bait, but the bill on it is much wider proportionally to the body than those crankbaits, which means it's going to have a lot wider action. This bait will actually go side to side a whole lot more, and that's great for deflection too. Instead of the bait just hitting something and rolling up and getting hooks in it, it deflects real well on the bottom of the lake. So it's going to be a great bait around brush piles, deep rock piles, ledges, stuff like that. If you're not throwing this bait at the major level tournaments next year, I seriously think you're going to be at a huge disadvantage. Wait, I'm fishing those baits. Lay off on buying these. Don't even get these. They don't look any good. Yeah, just let me use them and win that tournament, Kentucky Lake, next year. So this guy is the Chartreuse, Sexified Chartreuse, I believe it's called. And this is Shad Sense, which is like a see-through sexy shad, a little bit more translucent. It's got the iridescent blue, purplish. Kentucky Lake fish are gonna freaking love this thing. And of course with deep divers, you gotta have at least 2 of them for each color, you know, because you're gonna lose them. So go out and try those, man. These things look awesome. They're gonna catch a lot of fish for a lot of people next year. I would be looking for these for sure, for guys to be throwing these at the higher levels, these deep cranks on the ledge bite next year, tearing them up. Something the fish haven't seen before, and God, they look awesome. Here's the last part of my order. super clean packaging. Really love that about the 6th Sense lures. We're gonna cut into this guy. The most boring part of my order, peg stoppers, and it might actually be the most efficient and the most purchased product in the 6th Sense line. There's a reason these guys have been at the most sell list at Tackle Warehouse, on the top sellers list for years and years. It's because these are the best peg stoppers on the market. You know, I'm not gonna try to sell you more than that on them. They don't move on the line. They're super high quality peg stoppers, and they're very cheap. And last but not least, we got a bunch of Divine hybrid jigs. I don't think I need to speak a whole lot more on those either. I'm going to place a link in the description to the video I made a couple months ago this fall from last summer using these when they came out. Caught a ton of great fish on them, and they're super versatile. All that versatility comes from the head design. You know, it's got a head design that comes through rock, wood, grass. You can do about anything you want with this bait. Skip's great, so it's great around docks, any type of laydowns. You can do so much with it. Honestly, it replaces a lot of jigs in my box for me. So that's it. So I'm stuck with my whiskey and going fishing tomorrow. Please subscribe to my channel, like and comment on this video. I really need some feedback from you guys on if you want to see more of these unboxings. You know, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the unboxing videos, but when it comes time to show you guys a bunch of baits that are brand new on the market that I'm getting questions almost every day on from 6th Sense Lures and my other sponsors, I want to be able to give you guys as much information and as much feedback on it as well. Please comment, let me know what you want to see. Peace out.